I'm going to go ahead and close out Firebug here. And I'm going to jump to our Drupal site directory. I'm going to scroll down here. Now you see I have a couple of folders expanded. I have our sites all themes folder here with our bat theme. And then I have the core themes folder here that includes the core themes as well. And I have Bartik expanded. Now what we're looking at in this section is how to override the page.tpl.php file in order to change the structure of our page. The best way to do this is by copying an existing page.tpl.php file and then altering that inside of your theme. Drupal will automatically sense which template files are in your theme directory and use those instead of the default template files. So we don't have to worry about specifying those anywhere. But what we do need to worry about is the content of that page.tpl.php file. Now we could go to a theme like Bartik and open up its templates folder and copy the page.tpl.php file and put that in our directory. But the problem with doing that is that Bartik template files expect there to be certain variables, certain items that are available to them as they render the page. Now, we probably don't have all of those specified in our directory since we're using, for the most part, just what Drupal core allows us to use. So it would make more sense to take the page.tpl.php file that's inside of Drupal core and begin to alter that instead. The core page tpl.php file is actually found in the system module inside of core Drupal. So I'm going to go ahead and expand the modules directory inside of the base Drupal site, and I'm going to scroll down to system. It's expanded already, and inside of here we have a lot of the default CSS and template files that are being used by Drupal core and that you would see used in the Stark theme, for example, if you enabled that. Now here we have a page.tpl.php file right here, and this is the one that's currently being used. If you wanted to test this, you could open up this file and add some text at the top. We're just going to do some gobbledygook at the top, and I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to jump to the browser and refresh it. And you see the gobbledygook showing up at the top. Now this seems maybe like a little bit of an inefficient way to test whether a template file is actually being used, but after many years of doing this, this is still what I do in order to verify for sure that the right template file is being used. You just have to make sure to undo that. So I'm going to undo that and save it. Now, what we just need to do, I'm going to jump back to the directory where this template file is, and I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to scroll down to our theme folder here and paste it in. Okay, now you see we have our page.tpl.php file inside of our theme directory. Now if we go ahead and open this and perform the same test that we just did by adding some random text at the very top of the page, saving it, and then refreshing our page, we won't actually see our change. We would expect this text to show up at the top. This is because we haven't cleared our theme registry yet. So we need to go ahead and clear that. We can do that by going to Configuration and Development and Performance and clicking Clear All Caches. And then if we go back to the home page, we'll see our random text showing up at the top. So now our template file has been registered. This is just an indicator that every time you edit the location of a template file or add a new template file to your theme, you'll need to rerun the theme registry, rebuild it, in order to register that change. Now let's go ahead and undo our random text and save it. One quick development tip here is that as you're building your template files, chances are you're going to have multiple files open of the same name because you're looking for inspiration or examples of what to do in your template file. And so you might end up seeing something like this, where you have multiple tabs or multiple files open, and there's no way to distinguish which one belongs where. Now in Komodo, this is the editor that I use, at the very top you see the location of of this specific file, so you can use that as a reference. But it may help you just to at least be aware as you work with multiple files that it's possible that you're editing the wrong one and saving changes to the wrong one, and that could bite you later on as you switch themes.